on to the sixth circle, we approach the heretics, captured in flaming tombs. The seventh circle, that of the violent, is divided into 3 rings. The first, the violent against people of property, where, enveloped in a river of boiling blood and fire, I see the faces of great conquerors, and the second, the violent against themselves. Finally, to the second to the last circle of hell, condemning fraud. This is divided into 10 bolgia, or pockets, deemed malabulge. In the first bolgia live the panderers and seducers, who used others' passions to manipulate them. Demons drive them forward with whips. I see familiar faces here, too, including public speakers employing pathos to sway people's hearts and steal their money or loyalty. The second bolgia, the flatterers, proves Dante's dark ironic humor, since the flatterers spoke nothing but crap, they're, well, covered in crap. Those who paid for holy offers and sacraments, the simoniacs, dwell in the third pocket. It was funny that those who paid a get out of hell free card would end up stuck headfirst in burning sand with fire on their feet. Not exactly what they might have expected, is it? Justice. Justice and righteousness, 2 qualities that top my list of important characteristics. The idea of maintaining justice took seed in my mind a long time ago, but more recently, I fathomed that I could defend artists like my mom and my friends from those who would steal their work and their pride. The sorcerers, astrologers, and false prophets make up bolgia number 4. I had always viewed people who tried to see the future and predict your fortune with a level of distrust and appraisal. That was a stupid thing to spend one's life doing, and also not very honest. Where's the fun in having someone doom you to some dumb destiny when you can build your own? In fact, at this point, I realized something. In this medieval epic poem, Dante was slowly destroying the concept of predestination. All of these people had chosen their own sins. No one had been thrown in here because they were born with sin. And the poet himself, while traveling through these circles of pain and fire and torture, attempted to build his own destiny. Bolgia 5, the corrupt politicians, is flooded full of familiar faces. Not surprising, considering the knack for monetary corruption politics carries. Republicans, Democrats, communists, dictators, none of that matters when they're all immersed in boiling pitch, the sticky mess of their corrupt deals. Death is, after all, the great equalizer. The hypocrites wander around in Bolgia 6, wearing lead cloaks that weigh them down, just like the false words that weighed them down in life. The thieves are stuck in the 7th pocket, and just as they stole from others in life, their very identity is stolen here, as they transform into unrecognizable beasts. How fitting. The fraudulent and evil counselors reside in Bolgia 8, who advised falsely, using their rank and authority to push others into fraud. This also contains some military officers who prompted their soldiers to commit evil. And then, Bolgia 9, the schismatics, the sowers of discord, the cursed beings who tore apart families, religions, friends. I see familiar faces here, too, or rather, I see shades of those still alive who have cut a chasm in others' relationships by spreading false rumors and planting untrue ideas. The final bolgia, 10, houses the falsifiers, counterfeiters, and imposters who were a disease on society and are now assaulted by various diseases themselves. Finally, the 9th and final circle of hell. This is the realm of the traitors. The traitors who betrayed family, community, guests, and lords in order of seriousness, respectively divided into different sections. Each is encased in ice, covered based on their severity. To me, as my mentor guides me across the ice, imprisoning those who broke the trust of those who depended on them, I express no sympathy. The feeling of betrayal is identical to having one's heart cut out, and I've experienced it more than once. What possesses the human spirit to destroy a bond as precious as trust? Something so hard to gain and so easy to break. At the end of the 9th circle, the entrance to the very center of hell awaits. Upon first stepping into the icy depth of eternal suffering, the most acute sense of fear and terror envelops me all at once. This moment, as my eyes catch sight of the eternal enemy gnawing on the bodies of history's 3 greatest traitors, my knees tremble. This is the moment where all the things I've done wrong flood my mind and my heart. Everything I've seen, everything I've realized, all the psychological torture I've barricaded in my subconscious breaks through the wall and rears its ugly head. All the terrible things I've said, all the barbed words and flaming insults, all the rage and fury and broken friendships accumulate into one wish, a wish I hadn't harbored in a very long time, the wish for it all to be over. I didn't know if I could face it, as my eyes stared into the hate-filled black orbs of Lucifer, whose ultimate betrayal and immeasurable pride locked him in his own realm. This 6-winged ruler of hell, who would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven, reflects my own weakness, my determination to commit to my own right, even if my right wasn't the best choice. I was too proud to admit defeat, to back down and accept anything else than the power of control. All these emotions, these epiphanies, occur in the span of 3 seconds. I need to pull myself together. The logic of my captured mind is screaming at me, but I'm unable to move, unable to feel anything but loss, anger, and despair. Quickly, my spiritual strength is deteriorating, and even though Dante calls to me, his words are jumbled by my own terror.